I'd like to tell you about one of the valuable features of Sokule, which is a website with many, many tools for marketing and selling to use for your business. And I'd like to tell you my story. In the beginning, I was working by myself as a photographer, and I tried a few different advertisements in magazines, but they were not that successful. People didn't really respond, and most importantly, they were very expensive. So I figured out a way of making business cards and handing them out in the street, which I call my doubling project. And then came along the internet, which wasn't there when I first started. And there was email, and build a website, do a blog, and I did those things. And, well, people responded, but I noticed that most people that were coming to me were still coming to me from my business card with the phone number, the address, and they weren't looking that much on the website. Some people were looking at the blog, but not that many. But then came the networks, the social media networks, where people that you knew hooked up with you, people that you wanted to know, you could try and friend up with them. And we had, after one came Facebook. There was MySpace, then Facebook, now Twitter. And so you would friend up with the people. They had other friends. You could make connections with them. And here was Facebook showing up here on my little diagram. There it is. And whether you did Facebook or Twitter, you got to be able to be friends with a certain amount of people. And on Facebook, you can have a fan page with people who like your work. If you're an artist or interested in your business or whatever TV show that you are interested in, you can make friends with people there. I made friends with people on Van Gogh site, other people that admired Van Gogh's work. So I met people that liked artists that way. And we spent some time doing that, as well as working on the website, handing out my cards, and doing some blogging still. Then finally, the new one came after Facebook, and that was Twitter. It'll be showing up soon. Just around the corner. Okay, so after what seemed like a very long time, when MySpace and then Facebook showed up a new site called Twitter. And this site limited how many words you could post, and it didn't restrict people from repeatedly posting over and over and over again. There it is. But a lot of people responded to it and followed each other, and seemed to be growing quite rapidly. Although Facebook, because it's doing a lot of different changes, kept up to speed and maintained a large number of members all over the world, and it still does have that. But while I was handing out my cards in the street, one friend of mine that I had made, who sells as a vendor there, told me about a project that his wife was working on, She had a mail order company, or mailing list company, excuse me, and the new project, he told me about it, and he said something about connecting, posting on one thing and then connecting to Facebook and Twitter and having your posts show up on those different social media networks. And I really didn't quite grasp it until he wrote down the name on another occasion. After talking about it again, he wrote down the name and simply put Sokule.com. And I went to the site that night, looked it up, and saw exactly what it was. And this is not working out for me. Things are happening more rapidly than we could see here. So I was still writing on Facebook and Twitter and blogging, doing my assignments, handing out my cards. And finally, when I signed up for Sokule, where are you? I signed up as a lifetime member because it made sense to make one payment and perhaps live another 30, 40, 50 years and never have to pay for that again, as opposed to a repeated payments, monthly or yearly. And also, I was offered, as a founding member of Sokule, the right to use the new tools. So there would be a lot more tools coming without